Hello everyone and welcome back to the Perfect French with Dylan. Today we keep going with the conjugation and we are going to see when the passé composé with avoir agrees in gender and number. If you haven't watched the video yesterday about the passé composé with être, I invite you to go watch that one first and come back to this one because it will give you the foundation to understand better this video. On the book it's page 113 to 115. So I've told you before that in the case of the passé composé with avoir, the past participle does not agree in gender and number with the subject, not like être. With avoir, it will actually agree in gender and number with the direct object, if the direct object is before the verb. It seems complicated, it's not, I swear. So in order we'll have direct object, or direct object pronoun, one of them. Avoir conjugated in present tense, the past participle, and then we'll have the ending for the gender and number, which are S-E-S. Okay? Do you remember yesterday with the ending with être? So we found the direct object by asking the question qui, quoi, who, what. So for example, Biffy mange une pomme. So Biffy is eating an apple. So if you want to ask the question, we'll ask Biffy mange quoi? What is she eating? Une pomme. Une pomme is the direct object. This is as simple as that. It's not hard to ask the question, it's not hard to find the direct object. If you have the book, you had a whole chapter about it, so it should be very easy to understand. If you don't have the book, I have a few videos that I will link in the description box. Let's review the direct object pronoun. We have me au M apostrophe, te au T apostrophe, le au L apostrophe, la au L apostrophe, nous, vous au les. We use them the exact same way as in English, the only difference is that for us, when the direct object becomes a direct object pronoun, the direct object pronoun, so one of those, is going to be placed before the verb. So if you look at Biffy mange une pomme becomes Biffy la mange. So that's conjugated in the present tense just to make it easy. And if you look at the English translation, it's Biffy is eating it. It, okay? So it is the direct object pronoun, but it's after the verb in English. For us, it's before the verb. This is very important to understand for the agreement of the passé composé with avoir. Because it all comes to that. It all comes to the fact that the direct object pronoun is going to be before the verb. Once you understood that, you understand everything. So there are two ways for the passé composé with avoir to agree in gender and number. I don't know how many times I will have to say that in this video. I feel like I repeat myself, it's just very important. The first one is with direct object pronouns. And the second one is the relative pronoun que, Q apostrophe. We're going to see both. Let's see a few examples now for the direct object pronoun and the passé composé. So if we see, elle a envoyé une lettre. She sent a letter. If we ask the question, elle a envoyé quoi? What did she send? A letter. Une lettre. So the COD, complément de présent direct, is une lettre. And if we transform it in direct object pronoun, DOP, it's la, because une lettre is a feminine singular. So if we put it before in the sentence, it's going to be elle l'a envoyé. L apostrophe because A is a vowel. So we're not going to have elle l'a a envoyé. It does not happen in French. And because the L apostrophe represents a feminine direct object, we are going to add the E at envoyé. Elle l'a envoyé. Okay? So in this case, the pronunciation doesn't change. Now let's see when the pronunciation changes. So if you look at j'ai écrit une lettre, I wrote a letter. And I told you when we saw how to build the passé composé, when we saw the past participle, I told you it was very important to know the spelling because it's going to change when the past participle becomes feminine. This is exactly what we are going to see now. So, j'ai écrit une lettre. Une lettre is the COD. So, j'ai écrit une lettre. J'ai écrit quoi? What did I write? A letter. Une lettre. Une lettre is the COD. Becomes la as a direct object pronoun, as a DOP. So, if we add it before the verb, je l'ai écrite. Je l'ai écrite. Because the L apostrophe is for une lettre, which is a feminine object pronoun. Feminine direct object. Because L apostrophe, once again, represent a feminine direct object. Une lettre. So it's very important to know the spelling because it will change the pronunciation. Now let's see a plural one. If we look at nous avons acheté des fleurs. Nous avons acheté des fleurs. Nous avons acheté quoi? What did we buy? Des fleurs is the COD, direct object, and it's going to become les as a DOP, as a pronoun. So if you add it before, nous les avons achetés. Nous les avons achetés. So acheter will take a E and a S, because des fleurs is feminine plural. But if we look at only a masculine one, nous avons acheté un livre. So nous avons acheté quoi? Un livre. Un livre is masculine singular. It will become le, O-L apostrophe. Nous l'avons acheté. Acheter does not take anything because un livre is masculine singular. Let me know in the comment section if you have a question. I will be more than happy to help you. Now the relative pronoun que or Q apostrophe. So basically the relative pronoun replaces the direct object. If we take one sentence that we saw before, elle a envoyé une lettre. She sent a letter. But if we add a relative pronoun, la lettre qu'elle a envoyée. So QU apostrophe. La lettre qu'elle a envoyée. So it basically changes the order of the sentence. That's the only point. Even in English, the letter that she sent. Okay? So it's not too complicated, it's just another way to word it. That's all. She sent the letter that she sent. Does it make sense? So QU apostrophe represent la lettre, the letter, which is a feminine singular. So we are going to add a at envoyer. La lettre qu'elle a envoyée. Let's see another one. J'ai reçu les colis du voisin. I got the neighbor's packages. Now, if we change the order of the sentence, les colis du voisin que j'ai reçus. Les colis du voisin que j'ai reçus. Que is the relative pronoun, which represents les colis du voisin, masculine plural. So à reçu, we are going to add S. So remember that this is just another way to word the sentence, that's all. And if it's easier for you, just remember the direct object. Because even in the second sentence, if you ask the question, what did I get? J'ai reçu quoi? Les colis du voisin. You can still find the direct object even in a sentence with a que in the middle. So if it's easier for you, just remember it like that. Of course, don't do that on a test or anything. It all depends on the way that you learn the language, the way that you learn French. Some people really like to keep all the grammar terms. Others prefer to learn more naturally, I would say. So it all depends how you want to learn, what works for you. Something that I see a lot with people learning French is that there's a lot of, I would say, big words, grammar terms and conjugation and everything. And at the end of the day, you probably have the same in your language, but you just don't know the term. So if it works for you to learn it without knowing the proper term for it, well, just study it like that. You don't have to know every single term to have a good French. Just study it the way it works for you. Okay? Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. For the exercises, you can do the 2.8 and the 2.9. Tomorrow we are going to see when to use the imparfait. So I will see you tomorrow. À demain.